Good morning, Jeff Light here with our daily look behind the news from the UT Newsroom. This morning we're speaking with business editor Diana McCabe. Diana, we're going to have drone delivery soon in San Diego, if I'm reading things right. What's the news?
Yep, so yesterday the U.S. government picked 10 agencies to test out this pilot program for autonomous drone delivery of everything from food packages, blood delivery here in San Diego, you know, specifically those three things.
So let me interrupt you for a second. 10 agencies or 10 locations?
Well, they're sort of kind of morphed into agencies and locations. So we're one area, along with Chula Vista was part of this effort. There's another area, for example, in, you're going to love this, in Florida. There's a county where they're going to use like a 1,500-pound drone to help eradicate mosquitoes.
Wow.
Or control mosquitoes. So some of them are cities, some of them are like states. I'm probably going to get this wrong. I think it was either Virginia. I think it was Virginia that got one of the awards. Kansas City. But San Diego was specifically mentioned as a region. And we have a lot of drone development going on here with UCSD. Qualcomm is going to be part of this pilot program. AT&T is another one, and this morning we'll learn more about, you know, those partnerships and kind of other companies that will be involved. And of course Uber, that's how we found out. Jen Van Grove was on a call with or listening to a press conference on some other things, and Uber said, and we have something about San Diego, and that's how we actually found out about this, the food delivery. And kind of the idea is that, you know, the FAA needs to kind of test out some guidelines and help develop guidelines for drones in urban areas.
Right.
You know, it's okay to do some deliveries in areas that are remote, but what they really want to do and what the government wants to do is see how does this work in urban areas. I mean, blood flying over my head.
Yeah.
When I heard that and heard about the need to do that, they're doing this in other countries.
Oh, they
like
are?
In Africa, there's a North Carolina company that already does this blood transfer for hospitals, but we aren't doing it here in the U.S. So it's a way to kind of test that out. And we still don't have a lot of details about how the program will work. We hope to get more of that this morning.
Now, obviously, there are people flying drones around all the time, shooting photos or for real estate companies. But I guess when I was reading this morning's story, it was sort of dawning on me, oh, this whole low altitude air traffic control and sort of device-to-device communication that's going to have to be enabled for there to be air traffic.
No drone collisions.
Right.
And that's why the FAA is involved, not only just for that kind of traffic control between drones, but also just buildings, aircraft, other things as well.
Now, I didn't see Amazon or the other one that had come up. I think Domino's was also an early, we'll deliver your pizza with the drone.
That's a big wish, yeah.
But I didn't see any of that on there. So my Amazon's not going to come with the drone?
So Amazon was not part of this test program with the government. You can read into it, you know, why they weren't selected, but what they have said is they are going to continue developing their drone program. They're just not within here. So they'll still be doing their own type of testing. It's just not going to be, you know, my sense, in a major city.
And Uber, who's also spoken about like a drone that would move people, I'm taking it this is will deliver Uber Eats by
Uber
drone.
Eats, which, you know, some people are really excited about.
But tell me, I don't really have a good picture of like the last mile there. Like I can understand how you could put a hamburger on a big enough drone and it would fly to my address, but it's going to land at the front door? It's going to drop it? What's going to happen? I don't get it.
I think it's going to depend on like where you live. I mean, I was thinking about the same thing. Is it going to come into my hallway, into my door? Probably not. In some places there might be a location where I go pick it up outside.
Like I have to paint a circle on the sidewalk or something for it to target?
I don't know that particular detail, but I do think that there will be some limitations in it because there's no way it could actually drop it off at my door. Maybe my balcony, but I think there might be a pick-out spot like outside my apartment
Like
complex.
A little parachute on it or something? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't have that answer, but I will have that answer for the story when we get more details. I mean, Uber also just came out saying they want to, do a people lifter
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really hot space right now where people want to be creative. I mean, again, there are some things that they're doing in other countries, like I said, with medical supplies that we aren't doing here. I think because it's more of a remote location. A lot of this too is like very technical, like AT&T is involved in how you're going to use 5G, how things are going to communicate with each other. So there's the whole infrastructure that they still have to build. Much as you have air traffic controllers for airplanes, they still have to kind of figure that part out. So we'll know more, like when will we have the first delivery? It's not going to be tomorrow. I think this program is like built out over, I want to say at least 3 years. And I'm not sure, you know, how quickly we'll see something, but we should have more answers after our 10:30 news conference today.
Fantastic. Great way to deliver newspapers, I think.
Oh, we should think about that.
We'll find out and see you back here tomorrow.